Hello students, welcome back to my channel. In the last class we have discussed about introduction part of coordinate geometry and we have seen some important formulae. Very important, mind it. First formula, distance formula. Second one, section formula. Third one, midpoint formula. Fourth one, centroid formula. Fifth one, in-center formula. Now we go to sixth one, area of triangle. Area of triangle. You know that area of triangle formula half into base into height. When sides of a triangle are given or base and height of a triangle are given, we can find area of triangle by using this formula. Suppose coordinates of the three vertices of a triangle are given, then how to find area of triangle? Take what is this? A vertex, B vertex, C vertex. That is A point coordinates x1 comma y1, B point coordinates x2 comma y2, C point coordinates x3 comma y3. We have formula already we have seen in high school level. Here area of triangle denote our delta here. Delta, this is equal to half into modulus of, I am writing like this, x into y minus y plus x into y minus y plus x into y minus y. Don't get confusion here. So here we have three different subscripts here, 1, 2, 3 here. Suppose x1 means x here 1 is subscript here. X subscript 1. X subscript 1. Here 1, 2, 3. Take these numbers in cyclic order. First one, next number is 2. Next number is 3. After 3, next back to 1. In cyclic order. First if you take 1 means, next number is 2. Next number is 3 like this. Suppose if you take first number 2 means, next number you take 2 in cyclic order, next number is 3. Next after 3 in cyclic order, next number is 1. Suppose if you take 3, next number in cyclic order 1, not 2. 1 next to 2. Got it? First 1, 2, 3. If you take 2, next number not 1, 3. Next number is 1. First number 3 means next in cyclic order 1, 2 like that. Here in subscript place I am marking these numbers. First here I am taking here 1 here, subscript place 1. In order means next number 2, next number 3. This means x1 is y2 is y3. Means x1 into y2 minus y3. Plus next I am taking 2 here. If 2 in cyclic order 2, next number is 3. 2, 3, next number is 1. 2, next number 3, next number 1 in cyclic order. This means x2 into y3 minus y1 plus 3. Take 3 here, next number is in cyclic order 1, next number is 2. 3, 1, 2. This here x3 into y1 minus y2. Got it here? The area of a triangle with what it says with coordinates x1 comma y1, x2 comma y2, x3 comma y3 is given by delta equal to half into modulus of x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. In here subscripts are in order 1, 2, 3. Here 2, 3, 1, here 3, 1, 2. Very important. Next, alternative formula, delta equal to half into L modulus. Other formula, shortcut method formula. You take these vertices in order. First vertex coordinates x1, y1. Second vertex coordinates x2, y2. Third vertex coordinates x3, y3. Again, first vertex coordinates x1, y. First vertex coordinates x1, y1. Second vertex coordinates x2, y2. Third vertex coordinates x3, y3. Again, back to first one. Again, take x1, y1. Here, what they want it here? A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. I mean, give arrow mark like this. From left top to right bottom here. Arrow mark. From left to bottom to right to top. Arrow mark. Give arrow mark like this. And how to expand this means the product of A into AD minus the product of B and C, B into C, BC. Here A into AD minus B to C, BC. The product of your arrow mark, product of these elements minus product of these elements. That is A into AD minus B to C, BC. Here first I am marking arrow mark like this. See, give arrow mark like this. First here x1 into y2, next x2 y1 arrow mark. Next from x2 to y3. Next from x3 to y2. Next here from x3 to y1. x1 to y2. Got it. Half into modulus of. How to expand means like this. I am taking a first one and second one. These two. How to expand as it is here? x1 into y2, x1 y2 minus x2 into y1, x2 y plus next second one here, third one, take these two. Second one, third one, x2 into y3, x2 y3 minus x3 into y2, x3 y2. Next third one, that first one, plus x3 into y1, x3 y1 minus x1 into y2. Both formulas are here same. Here first one x1 common here, x1 term here x1, this is x1. In these terms I am taking x1 common factor. Here x1 common factor remaining is y2. Here x1 common factor remaining minus y2. So next x2 common, x2 terms here. x2, this is x2. Here plus x2 common in x2 terms. x2 common is remaining here y3. Here x2 common remaining minus y2. Next in x3 terms here. This is x3 term, this is x3 term. Taking here x3 common here. x3 common. y1 here x3 common minus y2. Both formulas are same. Half into modulus of x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. Both are same here. Both formulas are same. The shortcut method formula. Mind it here. What they mind it here? Here A, B, C, D expansion. You have to understand here. A into AD minus B to C, BC. Mind it. Like this. Take your coordinates in order. First vertex coordinates x1, y1. Second vertex coordinates x2, y2. Third vertex coordinates x3, y3. Again back to first one. First vertex coordinates x1, y1. Give arrow mark like this. x2 to y3, x3 to y2, x3 to y1, x1 to y3. Here half, this is half into your modulus half. Here first one and second one here. x1 into y2, x1 y2 minus x2 into y1, x2 y1 plus next second one and third one here. x2 into y3, x2 into y3, x2 y3 minus x3 into y2, x3 into y2 plus third one and first one x3 into y1, x3 y1 minus x1 into y3. Got it? Very easy method. So now I am going to here I have quadrilateral. What are the quadrilaterals means? Here I have quadrilateral. Square is a quadrilateral, rhombus is a quadrilateral, rectangle is a quadrilateral, parallelogram is a quadrilateral, trapezium is a quadrilateral. When coordinates of the four vertices of a quadrilateral are given, then how to find area of quadrilateral means there is formula, shortcut method formula. By using that we can easily find. Here A, B, C, D. That is A point coordinates x1 comma y1. B point coordinates x2 comma y2. That is C point coordinates x3 comma y3. D point coordinates x4 comma y4. Then how to find here means here. The area of quadrilateral ABCD is equal to half into take these vertices coordinates in order. The first vertex coordinates x1 y1, x1 y1. B vertex coordinates x2 y2. C vertex coordinates x3 y3. D vertex coordinates x4 y4. Again A vertex coordinates x1 y1. Similar to area of triangle. Here half to here determinant here means modulus. First vertex coordinates x1 y1. Second vertex coordinates x2 y2. Third vertex coordinates x3 y3. Fourth vertex coordinates x4 y4. Again back to first vertex coordinates x1 y1. Got it? Give arrow mark like this here. x1 to y2, x2 to y1. You can easily understand. x2 to y3, x3 to y2. Next, x3 to y4, x4 to y3. Next, x4 to y1, x1 to y4. How to expand here? Half into modulus, same as it is here. A into D AD minus B to C BC. The first one, second one, third, fourth, first one here. First one, second one, first time taking it. x1 into y2, x1 y2 minus x2 y1. x1 y2 minus x2 y1. Plus next. Now second one and third one here. Second one and third one. x2 into y3, x2 y3 minus x3 y2. x2 y3 minus x3 into y2. x3 y2. Next plus. Next third one and fourth one here. Third one and fourth one. x3 into y4. x3 into y4. x3 y4 minus x4 into y3, x4 y3. Next plus fourth one and first one, x4 into y1, x4 y1 minus x1 into y4. Got it? Of take here vertices coordinates in order. First x1 y1, Next second one coordinates x2 y2. Next third vertex coordinates x3 y3. Next fourth vertex coordinates x4 y4. Next back again take first vertex coordinates x1 y1 here. Take arrow mark like this here, x1 to y2, x2 to y1. Next here x2 to y3, x3 to y2. Similarly x3 to y4, x4 to y3. Next x4 to y1, x1 to y4. Area quadrilateral ABCD could have modulus of how to expand this first one and second one here. x1 into y2, x1 y2 minus x2 y1, x2 y1 plus second one third one here, x2 into y3, x2 y3 minus x3 y2. Next plus third one and fourth one, x3 into y4, x3 y4 minus x4 y3, x4 y3 plus fourth one and first one, x4 into y1, x4 y1 minus x1 y4. Got it. You can easily remember this formula, shortcut method formula. Find area of quadrilateral when coordinates of the four vertices of a quadrilateral Q1. Got it. So now go to eighth one. Suppose 3 points lies on the same line. Here A, B, C. 3 points lies on the same line. Then what we call here? We say that 3 points A, B and C are collinear. So collinear means, then here what is the area of triangle ABC? 3 points lies on the same line means collinear. There is no question of area, means there is no triangle. There is no triangle means there, what is the area of triangle? Means area of triangle is clearly 0. Then area of triangle ABC is 0. Got it. 3 points lies on the same line, then area of triangle is 0. If area of triangle is 0, we can say that, then we can say that 3 points lies on the same line. 3 points are collinear. Got it. What we say formula, these are basic formula, mind it, very important. First one distance formula, second one section formula, third one midpoint formula, fourth one centroid formula, fifth one incenter formula, sixth one area of triangle, seventh one area of quadrilateral, next eighth one condition of collinearity points. Mind it. Now we go to first PU concept. Mind it. Straight lines from the chapter. Total 10 marks will appear for the final examination. Straight line. What is meant by straight line? What is meant by straight line? A line which is straight is nothing but a straight line. Correct? Yes, correct. A line, this is line. Line. Clearly, these are the lines. What type of line means? Line is nothing but a straight line. Correct. The lines. Correct. So line which is straight, and see it extends here on both sides infinitely. It has no means infinitely we can extend. So clearly it is one dimensional figure, mind it is one dimensional figure. Got it. Straight means here, a line means it is always straight. It is always straight. Clearly it is one dimensional figure. It extends infinitely in both directions. You can extend infinitely. Got it. This is nothing but a straight line. So now I am going to horizontal line, mind it. Horizontal line. Next one, vertical line. So horizontal line, x-axis, suppose this is x-axis, y-axis. Taking lines here. What about these lines? L1, L2, L3. L4, L5. These lines parallel to x-axis. Correct. Here x-axis itself is a horizontal line. And the lines parallel to x-axis are called horizontal lines. That's it. A line which is parallel to x-axis or x-axis itself is called a horizontal line. Next, vertical line. X-axis, y-axis. L1, L2, L3, L4. Yes, these L1, L2, L3, L4 lines parallel to y-axis. Therefore, these are called vertical lines. Vertical lines means a line which is parallel to y-axis or y-axis itself is a vertical line. Or a line which is parallel to y-axis is called a vertical line. So next term, inclination of a line. Inclination means angle of a line. Of a line. X-axis, y-axis. This direction of the from left to right. From left to right means clearly this is clockwise. Clockwise direction. Correct. Clockwise direction. Next, this is from right to left. This is anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction, mind it. Clockwise direction means along clockwise direction, angles can be taken as positive here. Negative. Here angles can be taken as negative. Along anti-clockwise direction, angles can be taken as here positive. Positive. Here clockwise, anti-clockwise is nothing but opposite to clockwise. Along clockwise, negative angles. Along anti-clockwise, positive angles. Got it? Directions. X-axis, y-axis, O is the origin. I am taking one line here. Line L. You take angle between line L and your x-axis, theta. Theta. What about this angle? This total angle is 180. Total angle is 180 means theta plus 180 minus theta plus theta minus theta cancel. This is 180 means a theta and 180 minus theta are called supplementary angles. Theta and 180 minus theta, clearly this angle is 180 minus theta, are called supplementary angles. Here OX means, mind it here, OX means here positive x-axis. This is positive x-axis. I am taking direction, this direction. This direction means anti-clockwise direction, mind it. Anti-clockwise direction means angles can be taken as positive angles. Positive angles. Clearly you can say that here theta is the positive angle. I am taking along with positive direction of x-axis. Positive direction of x-axis. That means along anti-clockwise direction. Then we say that here theta is called the inclination of the line here. Theta is called the inclination of the line. When we say that theta, here angle theta is called inclination of the line, mind it here. Here angle theta here measured along positive x-axis, that means anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction. Therefore, here theta is called inclination here. Inclination of a line. Inclination is nothing but a angle, positive angle. Angle, inclination of a positive angle. Correct? Here means here the angle theta made by the line L with positive direction of x-axis, that means along anti-clockwise direction, then it is called inclination of the line. And line how much angle moves means here we know that here theta value greater than or equal to 0 degree, less than or equal to 180 degree. Possibility 0 to 180 degree. Correct. This is called inclination of the line. Now go to slope of a line. Very important concept. These are the basic definitions. Inclination of a line, slope of a line. So next, slope of a line. Slope of a line. Before going to slope, I am taking an example. Slig. Slig means Jarubandi. Or you can take ladder. Yendi. I am taking slig, Jarubandi. Generally, some people says this is slope, this is not slope, like that. I am taking example. This is 1 year. Here I am taking this slig here, slig here. This is one slig, Jarubandi. Jarubandi 1 year taking. Here slig 2 I am taking. Here slig 3, slig 4, slig 5, slig 6. Here slig 0 here taking. See, here what is the slope of this slig means? No slope. You can say that here. No slope means what about your slope? You can say that your slope of this horizontal line, this is horizontal line. Suppose you consider x-axis, your slope of x-axis clearly 0 because there is no slope. Next, here slig 1 here, Jarubandi 1 here means here. Suppose sit on here means comes down slowly, Next, here the person sit on here means it comes fast compared to last slig 1. Next, here person sit on here means comes down fast compared to your slig 2, Jarubandi 2. Next, suppose person sit on means comes fast compared to this slig 3. Next, person sit on means comes down fast compared to next Jarubandi 4. Got it. Suppose person sit on here means directly fast down means his parts may be damaged. Any person sit on directly comes down means his parts may be broken. Got it? Means here we can say that here slope is not defined. Slope is not defined when angle is 90 degree, mind you. When angle is 90 degrees, slope is not defined. This is horizontal means no slope. Clearly it has slope, 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 but it has no slope. Got it? When angle is equal to 90 degree, slope is not defined. Got it? Suppose instead of here slig, put a ladder. Ladder means what happens? Same thing happens. Straightly keep like this ladder, then what happens? Clearly, it will fall down. Got it? Slope general meaning, see, slope when theta equal to 90 degree, slope is not defined. Slope is not, there is no slope, that means there is no slope. When it's here means, here no slope means clearly slope equal to 0. Got it? So, what is the mathematical meaning of slope of a line means here? Theta, we know that here inclination of a line means it is the positive angle, that's it. Inclination is nothing but a positive angle measured along positive direction of x-axis, that means along anti-clockwise direction. If theta is called inclination of the line, then tan theta is called slope of the line. Indeed. Theta is called inclination of a line, then tan theta is called slope of a line. It denotes small m. But when theta equal to 90 degrees, slope is not defined. Slope cannot be defined. Therefore, your theta must not be equal to 90 degree. Very important. Theta is not equal to 90 degree. When theta equal to 90, your slope cannot be defined. Therefore, your theta must not be 90 degree. This is called slope of the line. That's it here. Next, what about slope of the x-axis here? X-axis. Here I am saying here No slope. No slope means clearly what about a slope of the horizontal in 0. Mind it clearly. Slope of the x-axis is 0 because here what is the angle between here means suppose here slit lies on here, clearly theta equal to 0 degree. Theta equal to 0 degree, then slope m equal to tan theta value 0 degree, tan 0 equal to 0. Correct. Slope of the x-axis or any horizontal line. Any horizontal line take, what is the angle of inclination means here? Inclination of a horizontal is nothing but 0 degree. Slope of the x-axis or any horizontal line. What about 0? And what is slope of the y-axis or any vertical line? Any vertical line means what about here? Clearly theta equal to 90 degree. Theta equal to what is the slope of a y-axis? Y-axis means clearly your angle between x-axis and y-axis 90 degree. Or angle between x-axis and any vertical line is 90 degree. Correct here. Then what happened? What about slope here? M equal to tan 90 degree. Tan 90 degree means not defined. Not defined means what about slope of y-axis or any vertical line is not defined. What is? It clearly 90 degree. It is the inclination of y-axis along with positive direction of x-axis. The slope of the line m equal to tan 90 degree not defined. Therefore, slope of the y-axis is not defined and slope of any vertical line is not defined. Got it? Very important definition. Inclination of a line means this angle measured along with positive direction of x-axis, that means along anti-clockwise direction. Here theta is called the inclination of the line and theta value varies from theta is greater than or equal to 0 degree, less than or equal to 180 degree. Next, slope of a line means here theta is called inclination of the line here. This theta is called inclination of a line means then tan theta is called slope of the line. It denotes small m. M equal to tan theta, but theta must not be 90 degree because when theta equal to 90 degree, slope cannot be defined. Clearly, slope of the x-axis clearly is 0 and slope of the horizontal line is 0 because theta equal to 0 degree, then m equal to tan 0 degree 0. Slope of the y-axis is not defined and slope of the any vertical line cannot be defined because when theta equal to 90 degree, tan 90 degree not defined. Got it? Mind it. Practice formula, distance formula to up to 8 point collinearity points. All formulas, basic formulas, very important. Thank you.